Picture this, a dimly lit room, the flicker of a vintage film reel casting dancing shadows on the walls, and the unmistakable scent of buttered popcorn wafting through the air. As the screen came to life, the year was 1954, and On the Waterfront unfolded before eager eyes for the very first time. Maybe you were nestled in the comfort of a worn-out theater seat, or perhaps it was a cozy movie night with family and friends. Regardless of the setting, that initial encounter with Marlon Brando's electrifying performance and the gritty backdrop of New York's docks left an indelible mark on your cinematic soul. Think back to the moments that etched themselves into your memorized raw intensity of Terry Malloy's rooftop confession, the hauntingly poignant score, and the moral turmoil that coursed through the veins of the characters. It's the kind of film that lingers, that stirs something deep within. On the Waterfront has that timeless power to captivate, to challenge, and to resonate with each viewing. Now, let's journey together into the depths of this cinematic masterpiece. Join me as we uncover some fascinating random facts about the show that you might not have known. So, buckle up, my fellow film enthusiast, for the tales that await will add new layers of appreciation to this classic. The role of Terry's brother Charley in the 1954 movie On the Waterfront was initially offered to Lawrence Tierney. However, Tierney's salary demands were too high, leading the part to go to Rod Steiger. This decision proved pivotal, as Rod Steiger's portrayal earned him an Academy Award nomination. His performance in the film remains a memorable aspect of its success. On the Waterfront showcased Steiger's acting prowess, while Tierney's salary request ultimately cost him a significant role in a classic cinematic masterpiece. The film's authenticity extended beyond its cast. Many real longshoremen from Hoboken, New Jersey, where much of the movie was shot, were used as extras. This choice lent the film a genuine and gritty atmosphere, as these real-life longshoremen added a unique layer of authenticity to the portrayal of their working-class world. Marlon Brando, who played the lead role of Terry Malloy, had his reservations during the filming of the famous taxicab scene. He felt it was unrealistic for his character to engage in a reasonable conversation with his brother, played by Rod Steiger, while a gun was pointed at him. Brando improvised some dialogue, surprising Steiger, and the director, Elia Kazan. Kazan allowed Brando to continue improvising, believing that the actors understood their characters best. This unscripted moment contributed to the scene's intensity and further showcased Brando's exceptional talent in bringing authenticity to his characters. On the Waterfront is not only a classic in American cinema, but also a film rich in behind-the-scenes stories that enhance our understanding of the movie-making process and the remarkable performances that made it an enduring masterpiece. On the Waterfront, uncovering the Battle of Hawks versus Pigeons in the 1954 movie On the Waterfront, director Elia Kazan delivered a powerful message through the Battle of Hawks versus Pigeons. While it is widely known that this film was seen as an act of expiation for Kazan's cooperation with the House Un-American Activities Committee during the McCarthy witch hunts of the 1950s, there's a lesser-known layer to this story. Kazan's intention was also a direct response to his former close friend, Arthur Miller, who had openly criticized Kazan for his actions. Specifically, it was a direct reaction to Miller's play, The Crucible. The entire movie is a subtle metaphorical battle between Johnny Friendly's Hawks, representing the corrupt powers, and the dockworkers, who are symbolized as pigeons, innocent and oppressed. This symbolism is apparent from the start when Joey is pushed off the roof. The thugs on the rooftop, the Hawks, wait for their prey, just as Hawks do. Terry, played by Marlon Brando, is torn between the two worlds, running with the Hawks but fundamentally a pigeon. His pigeon-keeping hobby and the recurring imagery of pigeons in cages emphasize his true nature. The scene on the dock, where the boss throws tokens and the dockworkers scramble for them, perfectly mirrors pigeons going after seeds. Terry even articulates the symbolism, mentioning the town having hawks and going after pigeons. This rich symbolism permeates the entire movie, highlighting the struggle of the common people against the oppressive forces represented by the Hawks. It's a brilliant commentary on the dynamics of power and oppression. And, while the movie's powerful symbolism and story have left an indelible mark on cinema, the behind-the-scenes story of the actors is also intriguing. After the intense feelings between Rod Steiger and Marlon Brando during the filming, they refused to speak to each other for many years. However, during the 1990s, they made amends and tried to bury the hatchet, showcasing the enduring impact of On the Waterfront. In conclusion, On the Waterfront is not only a cinematic masterpiece, but a layered work of art with a rich metaphorical battle at its core. It remains a testament to the human spirit's fight against oppression, and the story behind the actors adds another layer of intrigue to this classic film. On the Waterfront, behind the scenes of the 1954 classic in the making of the 1954 movie On the Waterfront, several intriguing behind-the-scenes details offer a glimpse into the lives and dynamics of the cast and crew. One notable aspect of the production was Marlon Brando's contract, which stipulated that he would only work until 4 p.m. each day before leaving to visit his analyst. This decision was influenced by the recent passing of Brando's mother and his ongoing therapy to address parental issues. This personal struggle brought a complex layer to his iconic role as Terry Malloy. A memorable scene in the film involves a tense exchange between Marlon Brando and Rod Steiger in the back of a cab. Surprisingly, all of Rod Steiger's close-ups for this scene were filmed after Brando had left for the day. A crew member stood in for Brando to read his lines during these close-ups. Rod Steiger, who had stayed on set to support Brando's close-up shots earlier, felt embittered that Brando didn't reciprocate the gesture. He often expressed this bitterness in interviews, creating a lasting tension between the two actors. While On the Waterfront depicts Rod Steiger as Marlon Brando's older brother, in reality, Brando was a year older than Steiger. This casting choice is an interesting twist and showcases the flexibility of Hollywood filmmaking. In a bid to secure Marlon Brando for the lead role, director Elia Kazan employed a clever strategy. Karl Malden, another actor from the film, directed a scene with an up-and-coming actor from the actor's studio playing the role of Terry Malloy. They hoped this competitive move would entice Brando to accept the part. The ploy worked, and Brando took the role, not wanting to let a rising star named Paul Newman snatch the opportunity away. These intriguing stories from the making of On the Waterfront shed light on the personal and professional dynamics that shaped this iconic film. The unique contracts, on-set tensions, and casting choices offer a richer understanding of the movie's creation. As we bid farewell to the cinematic masterpiece that is On the Waterfront, I invite you to embark on a voyage of introspection. This 1954 film, a timeless exploration of morality, redemption, and the human spirit, has left an indelible mark on the tapestry of cinema. As you reflect on your personal connection with this cinematic gem, consider the profound themes it encapsulates. Perhaps you've been captivated by Marlon Brando's tour de force performance as Terry Malloy, a character whose transformation from a conflicted longshoreman to a beacon of courage and integrity resonates deeply with us all. Maybe it's the powerful portrayal of corruption and the ultimate triumph of justice that lingers in your memory. Or it could be the tender love story between Terry and Edie, reminding us of the purity of love in a world tainted by corruption. I encourage you to share your cherished memories, thoughts, or the lessons you've drawn from On the Waterfront. Engage with the themes that struck a chord with you and let the conversation flow. Film, after all, is a medium that unites us in shared experiences and emotions. Thank you for joining us on this journey through cinematic history and your contemplation of On the Waterfront. Your time and interest are greatly appreciated as we celebrate the enduring impact of this masterpiece on our lives and culture. Until next time, keep the love for cinema burning brightly in your hearts.